Hello. Hi everyone, welcome to free yoga at the Whale Tail. It's so great to see so many wonderful, beautiful faces. We have a wonderful, shining, sunny day, so it's so wonderful to have you all out. This is our last session of the season, but don't worry, we'll be back next year. And if you are not on the email list and you want to get notified of future classes, be sure to sign up using the QR code here at the front. And we have some special surprises here. I have Caitlin, who is going to be doing a sound bath for the end of class today, so it's going to be really, really amazing. And then afterwards, if you wouldn't mind staying after, I would love to take a team picture with all of you guys, having a community here. So please stay for a few moments if you wouldn't mind. Our P posture today is crow pose, which is an arm balancing posture. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Fun to try an arm balancing posture. We have the grass, but of course, if that doesn't resonate with you, you can always just stay in a Malasana, a yogi squat. So a crow pose, you'll come up on your toes. Your triceps, your knee will go to the back of your triceps, and make sure that you're gazing forward and not down, or else you'll tumble. But you get light on those toes, lift up. You can lift one leg, and then the other foot, and then maybe one day, you lift both. And again, if that just feels like too much, you can always just hang out here in your yogi squat, and you can just hang tight. All right, we're gonna get started. I like to start all of my classes in a seated meditation. So come to whatever posture feels good for you. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit on your knees. We'll take a moment to quiet our breath. Start to bring your awareness to your breath. Taking long, deep inhalations in through the nose. And big open mouth sighs. Let it go. Start to roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll it back down along the spine. You can stay still, or maybe you start to gently rock your hips side to side, and then imagine a string from the crown of the head that is lifting you up towards the sky, getting taller. You can either have a soft gaze down in front of you, or if you feel safe to do so, you can close your eyes here. We'll continue those 4 counts in through the nose, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and out through the mouth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that going. Start to notice where your breath is filling up the body, filling up the belly, the chest, the lungs, maybe in the shoulders. Notice where the breath is coming in through the nose, and when it's coming out through the mouth. If there's an intention that you want to set for your practice, you can do that now. Otherwise, just continuing to bring your awareness to the breath, giving yourself a pat on the back for showing up here today, doing something good for your body. We'll take 3 more breaths here, breathing in and out. Final breath here. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh. Let it go. Release. Start to slowly open your eyes. Come back into the space. Beautiful job, everyone. If your legs are crossed, change the crossing of your legs. Just bring some balance back into the body. And then gently rock side to side. We're going to start to warm up the body with some nice gentle neck rolls. So start to bring the chin down to the chest. And then start to roll the left ear over to the left shoulder. And inhale brings you back to center. And exhale helps you roll over to the other side. Keep this movement going, gently rocking side to side, timing each movement with the breath. If you want to increase the range of the circles, imagine that you have a paintbrush on the tip of the nose, and it's drawing big circles up towards the sky. And then when you get back to center, roll to the opposite direction. Only if that feels okay on the neck. And the next time that you come back to center, start to slowly roll the neck up so the chin is parallel with the floor. Gently rock your hands side to side, bring them by your side. On your next inhale, sweep your left arm up overhead, reach up towards the sky, and exhale, reach to the side. Make sure that that hip isn't lifting up. See if you can square both hips down to the grass. Feel that long line of energy extending all the way out through the fingertips. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. We switch side. This time, left hand comes down. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale, reaching over to the other side. Hold it here. On your next inhale, both arms lift up overhead. Turn your palms to face me. Hands come down in front of you. Roll the shoulders back. Take a big breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Walk the hands out in front of you. Feeling that nice stretch in the hips. You can stay here if you want more. On your next inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, use your breath maybe to get deeper in this stretch. Let this feel good. We hold it here for one more breath. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. And big open mouth, sigh, let it go. On your next inhale, walk the hands back to center. We all meet in a tabletop position, so however is best for you. You can push yourself forward, or you can bring your feet out to the side. Tabletop position, shoulders stack on top of the wrist. Knees are about hip distance apart. Spread those fingers really wide for a more stable base. We warm up the spine with cat and cow. On your next inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back. Start to lift, gaze up. And exhale, tuck tailbone under, press the ground away, gazing down towards the floor, your knees, your thighs, and maybe one day all the way to the navel. Inhale, drop the belly, roll shoulders back, lift gaze up. And exhale, tuck tailbone under, press the ground away. Now I invite you to continue moving through these two movements, warming up the spine, connecting to the breath. And if there's any additional movements you'd like to incorporate, you can. Maybe that's bringing the hips and shoulders to opposite sides. Maybe that's reaching the shoulders past the wrist and making large circles with the bodies, making large circles, bringing the hips back towards the heels, and then moving all the way up to the top, and then moving in the opposite direction. You can come to a tabletop bend one elbow at a time. You can shake the head yes, shake the head no. There's tons of options. Just do whatever feels good for you today and for your practice. Throughout our practice here today, I'm going to be giving you lots of options. Do whatever feels good for you. And just take a moment to check in with yourself and make sure that you're not pushing yourself past your edge, putting our ego aside. Okay, we take one more big breath here wherever you are. And at the end of your next exhale, we start to come back into a neutral tabletop position. So gaze down at the floor. We're going to take a moment to warm up our wrists since we're prepping for an arm balance. So start to bring your hands out to the side. The fingers reach out to the short edges of the mat. From here, you can gently rock side to side, starting to bring some movement into those wrists. This is your first option. If you want to get a little bit deeper into this stretch, instead, rotate the fingers so that they face towards the knees. The heels of the hands face towards the top of the mat. And from here, you can gently rock forward and back. And you'll start to notice that you'll feel a stretch in the heel of the hands. You can either continue moving forward and back, or maybe you hold this position. It's okay if the heels of the hands lift up. Just take a moment to notice how this feels in the hands. Wherever you are, we'll take one more big breath here all together. Take a big breath in through the nose. And big open mouth sigh, let it go. Start to come back into that neutral tabletop position, fingers face towards the top of the mat. So as we started at the beginning of class. Well, we're going to move into a bird dog. Step that left foot back, ground into left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches in front of you, right thumb faces up towards the sky. You can stay here if you want more. On your next inhale, lift left leg up, left toes face down. Starting to feel that imbalance in the posture. Engage the core. And again, you can stay here if you want even more. Moving into our full bird dog. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Curl into a small ball. Inhale, open up. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Get into a small ball as you can do. Inhale, open up, expand. And exhale, drop that left foot down, right hand comes down. Gently rock the hips side to side. We do the same thing on the other side. Start to step that right foot back, ground into right hand. Inhale, left arm reaches in front of you. Left thumb faces up toward the sky. You can stay here, or you can start to lift that right leg up. Imagine that you're kicking a wall behind you, right toes face down towards the ground. And moving into that full bird dog, take a big breath here. Exhale, elbow to knee, curl into that small ball. Inhale, open up, expand. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open up, expand. And exhale, elbow to knee. Get into the smallest ball as you can get today. Inhale, we open up. And exhale, drop that right foot down, left hand comes down. Gently rock the hips side to side. We're doing one more stretch in this tabletop position, moving into thread the needle. Ground into left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches out to the side. Gaze goes up towards the sky. And then exhale, right hand threads between the left wrist and the left knee. So right palm faces up towards the sky. If you want more, you can start to walk those left fingertips up towards the top of the mat. And if you want even more today, you can step that left foot back and try to avoid tumbling. On your next inhale, maybe lift those left toes up off the ground, just maybe 3 inches. Let them hover here. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale, start to come out of it. Drop that foot down. Ground into that left hand. Inhale, right arm lifts up towards the sky. And exhale, bring that hand back down. We do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, left arm lifts up. And exhale, thread that left hand between right wrist and right knee. Left shoulder comes down to the floor. Left palm faces up towards the sky. Same as before, you can stay here, or you can start to rock those right fingertips up to the top of the mat. If you want even more today, step that left foot back. And for your biggest challenge in this pose, start to lift those left toes up. Let them hover maybe 3 inches off the floor. Seeing if you can avoid toppling over to the side. 2 more breaths here. Final big breath. And exhale, start to bring those toes back down. We come out of this the same way that we entered it. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. And exhale, bring that hand back down. We'll move into our first downward facing dog. Start to curl start to curl toes under, lift hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. So making sure we start with a nice strong foundation. Spread all 10 fingers out really wide. Pointer finger faces forward. Really press into that pointer finger and that thumb. Make sure your feet are parallel to one another. Imagine that you're on railroad tracks here. And then, since this is our first downward facing dog, generously bend your knees here. See if you can press your hips to the back of the space. You can introduce some motion here. Maybe that's bending one knee at a time. Maybe that's shaking your head, yes, and then shaking your head, no. Just letting this feel good. We'll be entering this posture a lot during our practice today, but if you ever need to take a break, you always have the option to take a child's pose. Let's all take one more big breath here. Take a big breath in through the nose. And big, open mouth sigh. Let it go. All right. Start to bend the knees super deep. Look towards the top of the mat and slowly walk your feet all the way up to the front. We all meet in a forward fold position. Feet can either be underneath the hips or you can toe heel them a little bit wider if you need more support today. We have a couple options here. You can either grab opposite elbow and gently rock side to side, and this will help to release tension in the low back. Or you can interlace fingers behind the back and you can keep them here. Or if you want to get into that shoulder stretch, let the arms reach up overhead. From here, bend one knee at a time as you gently rock the shoulders side to side, getting into that nice deep shoulder stretch. You can explore one version and then you can come into the other version if that feels good for you today. Or you can just try one version. We'll take one big breath here all together. And big open mouth sigh. We release. Start to come back into that neutral forward fold. Release your hands by your side. We're going to take a nice simple twist here. Start to bend into that left knee. Place that left hand in the center of the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky. You can stay here. You can take a half bind. Right arm reaches behind the back. Grab the inside of that left thigh. Opening up the shoulder here. You can either gaze to the side or maybe you lift the gaze all the way up to the sky. Hold it here. One more breath. And exhale. Start to come out of it. Release that hand back down. Switching sides here. Bend into that right knee. Right hand comes to the center. Inhale. Left arm lifts up overhead. And again, you can either stay here, take that half bind. Left hand reaches behind the back to the inside of that right thigh. You can gaze towards the side. Maybe you lift the gaze up to the sky. One more big breath. And exhale. We all release. Come back down. Slower than you want to. We start to roll up to a standing position, stacking one vertebrae at a time. When you get up to the top, roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll it back down. Palms face forward. If you're not already there, we come to the top of the mat. We'll move through 2 rounds of our vinyasas. The first one is always modified, and then after that, we'll be doing our full vinyasas at the front. Hands come by your side. Inhale, bend into the knees. Sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Soft bend of the knees here. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands go on your shins, your thighs. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bend into the knees. Place the hands on the mat. Step back, high plank position. We're here for just a moment. Since we are modifying, lower the knees down. Untuck the toes. Squeeze your elbows into your side. Lower the chest down all the way. Hands are underneath your shoulders. Take an inhale here for cobra. Lift the chest. And exhale, release, chest comes down to the floor. Ground into the hands. Inhale, we lift up, come into a child's pose. Hips come back towards the heels. Curl toes under, lift hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. One more big breath here. And exhale. Start to bend into the knees. Look towards the front of your mat. Slowly walk your feet to meet your hands forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift.
release. Ground into the feet. Inhale, start to sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, bring hands to heart center and release them by your side. So that is our modified version. Feel free to take that during your practice if you ever need to. You can always skip your vinyasas, your chaturangas, all of that. But going forward, I'll be demonstrating the full version here at the front. All right, let's get started. Toes come together. Come to the top of your mat. Hands by your side. Inhale, bend into the knees. Sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands go on the mat. Your choice of a vinyasa here. Step back, high plank position, option to modify. Otherwise, shift shoulders forward, glue elbows into your side. Lower down, halfway chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One big breath here. Hold it through the exhale. Start to bend into the knees. Look towards the top of the mat. Slowly walk the feet to meet your hands. Hang heavy here, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. Ground into the feet. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, bring hands to heart center and release them by your side. Beautiful job. Moving into a chair pose. So your feet can either be together or they can be hip distance apart, whatever feels good for you. Bend into the knees. Sweep hands across your mat. Arms open up overhead. Press the weight into your heels. So instead of sticking our booties out, engage the core. Tuck tailbone under. Arms reach up overhead. We're here for 3 breaths. You can stay here or on your next exhales. Maybe you sink a little bit deeper. You can stay here or maybe you sink a little bit deeper. Final one. And exhale, forward fold, release. Your choice of a vinyasa here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands go on the mat. Step back, high plank position. We all meet in a downward facing dog. Your choice. You can always skip it if you need to. We all meet downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep right leg up. And then exhale, stack that right hip on top of the left, 3-legged dog. You can stay here. You can make circles with the knees, circles with the hips. You can flip your dog if that feels good for you today. If you're flipping that dog, be sure to press the hips up towards the sky. That hand reaches towards the front of our space. If you're making those circles with the knees, circles with the ankle, go the opposite direction. If you're flipping your dog, start to come back, 3-legged dog. We all meet here. Start to point that right foot down towards the floor. Take a big breath. Exhale, step that right foot in between your hands. Lower left knee down. We all meet in a low lunge position. Hands go on hips. Inhale, we lift the chest up. So be sure to first find that nice strong foundation. And whenever you feel ready, arms lift up overhead. Be sure to tuck that tailbone under, really feeling that nice stretch in the front of that left hip flexor, engaging our core. Roll the shoulders back. You have the option to stay here, or we can take a tricep stretch. So start to bend that left arm behind your back, and then place your right hand on top of that left elbow. So this is a nice tricep stretch. We're going to build on this later in our class, but you can always take this version. We take one more big breath here. Hold it through the exhale. On your next inhale, gently release. Both arms come up overhead. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Moving into a runner's lunge position. Curl left toes under. Lift left knee up. You can stay still or you can gently rock forward and back, getting to that nice calf stretch. We take one more big breath here. And then start to come back to neutral, ground into that left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches out to the side, simple twist. And exhale, bring that right hand all the way down to the floor. Step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Do the same thing on the other side. On your next inhale, left leg lifts. Stack that left hip on top of the right, three-legged dog. You can stay here. You can make circles with the knee, circles with the ankle. You can flip your dog, whatever you did on the other side. Letting this feel good. Being sure to equally place that weight into both hands if you're still in that three-legged dog. If you're going one way with those circles, switch it up. Go the opposite direction. And if you're flipping your dog, we start to come out of it. Let's all meet. Three-legged dog, left toes face down towards the floor. Step that left foot in between your hands, lower right knee down. First, place those hands on hips, and then inhale, we lift the chest. So be sure to tuck tailbone under, really feeling that stretch in that hip flexor, and then inhale, arms lift up overhead. Nice low lunge. Engage the core, roll the shoulders away from the ears. And again, you can stay here, or you can take that tricep stretch. Start to bring that right hand behind the back and place that left hand on top of the shoulder. Feeling that nice stretch in the back of the arm. Keep tucking that tailbone under to get into that nice hip flexor stretch here. We take one more big breath. On your next inhale, just gently release, arms lift up overhead, and exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor, moving into a runner's lunge. So start to curl right toes under, lift right knee up. You can stay still, or you can gently rock forward and back, getting into that nice calf stretch. We'll move into a simple twist, ground into right hand. Inhale, left arm lifts up overhead, gaze follows. Look up towards the sky. And exhale, left hand comes down. We step that left foot back, downward facing dog. If you need to take a child's pose, take a break, you can do that now. Otherwise, stay in this downward facing dog. Getting ready for the next sequence here. Let's take one more big breath. And exhale. If you're in that child's pose, start to come up, downward facing dog. We move into a warrior one position. So listen carefully. From your downward facing dog, pivot the left foot down at a 45-degree angle. Step the right hand, or rather step the right foot behind the right hand. We shorten our stance. Place hands on hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. So use the hands on the hips first to square the hips. Press into the pinky side edge of that back foot. Nice. When you feel like your hips are nice and square, inhale, we lift arms up overhead. Warrior one. So we have three options for you here. You can either have hands facing up overhead, palms can face in towards one another. You can come into a more traditional warrior one. Palms come together and your gaze goes up towards the sky. Be sure to keep that bend in that front knee. Or start to bring the gaze back towards the front of the class. And we can take a cow-faced arm here. So either coming to that tricep stretch, you're bringing that left hand behind the back and then place the right hand behind you, or full cow face arms, right hand comes behind the back, grasp the left hand behind you. So getting into that nice deep stretch here. And again, if that doesn't feel good for you, just come into another variation of warrior one. We take one more big breath here. And exhale, we gently release all together. Just meet into that warrior one. And exhale, bring hands on hips. Start to straighten that right leg. We're going to take a pyramid pose. Roll those shoulders back. Take a big breath here. And exhale, hinge from the hips. Gaze down at that right big toe. So maybe you start to feel that stretch in the back of that right leg. It can feel really nice. You can stay here. If you want to get a little bit deeper, hands can go down towards the floor. The chest can melt down on top of that front leg. We're going to take two more breaths here, so just let this feel good. One more big breath. And exhale. On your next inhale, start to place the hands back on the hips, moving into a warrior three. Bend into that front left or right knee. Get light on those left toes. Start to lift the left foot up. Letting it hover here. Left toes face down towards the floor. You can either keep your hands on your hips. You can open your arms out to the side to take an airplane variation. Or for your biggest challenge, see if you can lift your arms up overhead. Imagine that you're grabbing a big beach ball. If that doesn't feel good for you, you can always bring your hands back to your hips. See if you can bring your chest parallel to the floor. Taking a nice balancing variation. We're here for one more breath. And at the end of your next exhale, start to bring those hands back to the hips. Slowly bring the hands all the way down to the floor, standing splits. Start to lift that left leg up high. And whenever you feel ready, start to bring those left toes down to the floor, forward fold. Shake it out, bend one knee at a time. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. You have an option to take a vinyasa here, or you can step back into a downward facing dog, your choice. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Absolutely no rush to get there. We all meet downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So first, moving into a warrior one. Listen carefully. Pivot that right foot down. Step the left foot behind the left hand. Hands go on hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. So again, using the hands on the hips to first square the hips. Press into the pinky side edge of that right foot. Bend into that front left knee. And once you feel nice and strong, inhale, arms lift up overhead. Same options as before. Palms can face in. You can bring your hands together and lift gaze up at the sky. Or you can take that tricep variation. So bring the gaze back to the front. Bend that left elbow. And then either place the right hand on top of that left elbow or reach the right hand behind the back and grasp the hands behind you. Whatever variation you take, continue bending into that front left knee while you press into the pinky side edge of that back foot. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale, gently release whatever variation you're taking. Arms lift up overhead. And then exhale, bring hands on hips, moving into pyramid pose. Straighten that front left knee. Roll shoulders back. Take a big breath here. And exhale, hinge from the hips, dive forward. Small micro bend in that front left knee. Gaze goes down towards the big toe of the left foot. You can either stay here. If you want to get deeper in this pose, bring hands down to the mat, and maybe you start to sink deeper. Head comes towards that front knee. We're here for 2 more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale, start to gently bend into that front left knee. Hands go on hips. Move into a warrior 3. Start to get light on those right toes. Inhale, lift right foot up. So chest is parallel down with the floor. Back foot reaches behind you, right toes face down. And same as before, you can stay here, hands on hips. You can reach arms out to the side, airplane wings, or you can reach arms up overhead, grab that big beach ball overhead. Whatever choice you choose to make here, we're here for 3 more breaths. See if you can release tension in between the eyebrows. See if you can release tension in the jaw. 1 more big breath. And wherever you are, start to bring the hands back on the hips. Slowly release the hands down to the floor, standing splits. Right foot lifts up towards the sky. And exhale, start to bring that right foot down, forward fold. Shake it out, bend one knee at a time. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. Your choice to step back into a downward facing dog or take a vinyasa, whatever feels good for you today. We'll all meet in a downward facing dog. Once you're in your downward facing dog, start to slowly lower the knees. We're going to take a boat pose. So come back towards your glutes. So you can either cross your ankles here, And then bring your feet out in front of you. Feet come down to the floor. Two options for you. To modify your boat pose, hands go behind you, fingers face in towards your glutes, and then you can lift your toes up. So you have that nice parallel position with the shins. Squeeze those elbows in together. Gaze goes past your toes. If you want to take a full bridge or boat pose, hands come out in front of you, palms reach up towards the sky. Draw your knees into the chest to really activate your core here. Roll the shoulders back. If you want more of a challenge today, see if you can extend the feet out in front of you. We're here for 3 more breaths. Yes, you can. Final big breath here. And exhale, gently bring the feet down. Grab the back of your thighs, slowly roll down all the way. Knees come into the chest, gently rock side to side. Since we're moving into a crow pose very shortly, we're going to do a quick crow drill here. So start to bring your hands up overhead, open the hands out wide, and then see if you can bring your knees to the back of your triceps. So this is a supine crow. So your knees may not go all the way to your triceps. That is okay. This is the pose that we'll be doing very shortly, but our hands will be on the ground. So it's just nice to have that familiarity of where we're going. See if you can continue drawing the heels in towards the glutes. See if you can bring the knees closer to the triceps, higher on those triceps. One more big breath. And exhale, release. Bring the feet down to the floor. Gently windshield wiper the knees side to side to release the low back. All right, we're going to move into our peak pose in just a moment. We're going to first move into Malasana. I can demonstrate at the front. So rock and roll along the length of the spine 3 times into a small ball, and then we come into our yogi squat. Malasana at the front. So open the knees out about the distance of your mat. Knees come out to the side. Yogi squat. So couple options for you. You can have either your hands on your thighs and stay up here, gently rock side to side. If you have the flexibility for it, you can bend in deeper. Hands can come into a prayer. Use your elbows to open the hips out to the side. Malasana, our yogi squat. So crow pose that we'll take, I'll demonstrate here at the front, is an arm balancing posture. It's one of our first arm balancing postures that we practice in yoga. And again, if this doesn't feel good for you, it's not something you want to try, you can always just hang tight here in a Malasana. So for crow pose, stay where you are. Just watch me at the front. What you're going to do, you're going to lift up on your toes. Your heels are going to lift up. Our goal is to get our knees on the back of our triceps. Hands come down. Your gaze is going to go forward instead of down. If your gaze goes down, you're going to roll forward. We have grass here, so that's totally okay. This could be fun. So from here, bring the hands out in front of you. Lift up on those toes. You come forward. You can stay here. You can try lifting one foot at a time, getting light on those toes, or maybe you start to bring your weight forward and lift up. All right. So if that doesn't feel like something you want to do, stay in your Malasana. If you want to take a crow pose, now's your chance. You can practice. Be sure to gaze forward, and if you fall, that is okay. We're here on grass. We're in a nice, safe, supported community to explore. And if you fall, you have to laugh because it's one of the few times that we ever get to really roll around in some grass too. Whatever feels good for you. We're taking our crow. We're here for 3 more breaths. Final big breath here. And exhale. We start to come back down. All right. We're going to get ready to move into our cool down. We also have a wonderful sound bath that we're going to take. Very shortly, we'll be taking our Shavasana. We have some eucalyptus soaked towels that will pass out as well. So moving into our cool down, first come into a prone position. So start by lying down onto the floor. Chest comes down to the floor. Open your arms out to a T. And then start to bring your right hand underneath that right shoulder. So hands come down. And then roll that right hip on top of the left. So getting into that nice shoulder stretch on the left side. You can stay here, or you can step that right foot behind you. Right knee faces up towards the sky. And that'll get you deeper in this pose. Your head can rest on the floor. So that right foot is stepped onto the floor, so not hovering if you can. Yes, great adjustment. Feeling that nice stretch in the front of that left shoulder, just letting it feel good. Slowing down our breathing, slowing down our breath. We're here for one more big breath. And at the end of your next exhale, start to roll back onto your stomach. We switch sides. This time, extend the right hand out to the side. Right palm faces down to the floor. Roll that left hip up towards the sky. Roll it on top of the right. And then you can either stay here with those feet stacked on top of one another, or you can step that left foot behind you. So left foot is on the ground. Getting into that nice stretch in the front of that right shoulder. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Letting this feel good. Final big breath here. And exhale. Start to come out of it. We all roll back on our stomachs. We'll move into a Sphinx pose. So bring the hands out in front of you, and then make sure that the shoulders are on top of the elbows. Imagine an Egyptian statue, a Sphinx. On your next inhale, we lift the chest up. So this is a nice pose that stretches out the front of the body. You can stay here, or you can move into a quad stretch, only if it feels good for you. Start to bring that left hand and place it in the center of the mat. Inhale, right arm reaches forward, and then open it up behind you. And then bend that right knee, capture the right foot. Nice quad stretch. You can stay here if you want more. Start to bring that foot closer in towards the glute. Maybe that elbow faces up towards the sky. Keep the chest lifted, and continue looking towards the front of the space. Hips are square, pressing down into your mat. 2 more breaths here. Final big breath. And exhale, gently release it, release that foot, release that hand all the way down to the floor. We do the same thing on the other side. This time, the right hand comes to the center of your mat. And then on your next inhale, reach that left hand in front of you, cartwheel it, rainbow it out behind you, and then bend that left knee, capture the left foot, and then start to bring that foot in closer to the glute if that feels good for you today. Continue pressing the hips down to the floor, squaring the hips here, and continue gazing towards the front of our space. So today we explored crow pose, the pose about trusting ourselves, finding strength in stillness, finding focus, maybe also finding a moment to play. We'll take 1 more big breath here. And exhale. Slowly start to come out of it. Release. Hands come down to the floor. We'll move into a child's pose. So start to lift the chest up. Bring the hips back towards the heels. Child's pose. You can stay still, or you can gently rock side to side. Maybe giving your forehead a nice massage, by gently rocking it side to side. We'll take one more big breath here. And exhale. However is best for you, we're going to start to roll onto your backs, coming to lie back. We'll do one more quick pose, a simple twist before moving into our Shavasana. So feet come down to the floors, bend the knees, lie on your back. Your hands can either open out to a T, or you can cactus your arms if you're short on space. Ground into the feet. Lift the hips up. Place them 3 inches over to the right. Let the knees fall to the left. And gaze over your right shoulder. Simple twist. Very shortly, we're going to pass out some eucalyptus soaked towels and invite you to come into your Shavasana. If you would not like a towel, simply cross your hands across your chest and we'll be sure to skip you. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale. On your next inhale, knees come back to center. We switch sides, ground into the feet. Lift your hips up to the right. Let the knees fall to the left and gaze past your right shoulder. Do the opposite of the first side. As we rest here, honor not only today's session, but this whole season's. Really congratulate yourself for showing up not only today, but throughout the season, getting better with each practice, getting more in tune with your body. On your next inhale, knees come back to center. You can take a happy baby, draw the knees into the chest, either grab the outside of your ankles or the pinky side edge of your feet. This is our final posture before Shavasana. If there's any other postures you would like to explore before we start to close out our practice, you're more than welcome to do so. Otherwise, whenever you feel ready, we'll come into your Shavasana. Whenever you are ready, no rush at all. Before your Shavasana, a couple options. Your feet can either extend out in front of you. Your hands can be by your side. Or you can place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your belly. You can also bring your feet together and your knees out to the side for a supine butterfly if that feels good. You can either have a soft gaze or you can close your eyes here. Come back to your breath. Come back to your practice. And I will wake you up when we are ready to go. Absolutely no rush at all. You can either stay here, or you can start to bring some movement back into the body. Start to wiggle the toes, start to wiggle the fingers. We'll take one more big final stretch here. On your next inhale, sweep your hands up overhead, point your toes, get as big as you can. And exhale, release. Start to roll over onto one side and gently press yourself up into a seated position. We'll close our practice out the same way that we started. 3, a few final closing breaths. You can either keep your eyes closed, or you can have a soft gaze out in front of you. Roll the shoulders up to the ears and roll it back down along the spine. And then maybe see if you can sit up a little bit taller. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh. Let it go. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. Big open mouth sigh. Release. Final breath here. Inhale, breathe in through the nose. This time, hold it at the top. See if you can sip in a little bit more air. Biggest sigh of the day. Release. for showing up for yourself. Thank you for showing up for your community. And as always, thank you for showing up for each other. Whenever you feel ready, start to slowly open your eyes, come back into the space. Amazing job, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out here today. It was so amazing seeing so many beautiful smiling faces, having the sun come out. This is our last class of the season. It's been such an amazing season. It's been such an amazing journey, really seeing our community grow over all the classes we've had this summer. So thank you for showing up, continuing over the season. So thank you. We couldn't be here without you. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. If you want to stay in the loop, find out about our classes next season. We have QR codes here at the front. You'll get on the newsletter. You can also follow me on social media, all that good stuff. You'll also will get the YouTube replays. We record all of these classes. We put them online. So if you ever want to catch them during the off season, you're more than welcome to do so. I also host yoga retreats next week. We will be going to Guatemala as some students here. I'm really looking forward to it. So we're going to be going down to Lake Atzalan. Next year, we'll be going to Baja, California for a surf retreat. So if you want to get all the details about that, also be the first on the list to sign up. They sell out really quickly. You can also get all that information there. I wanted to give a huge thank you to Caitlin, who's doing our sound bath today. Caitlin was actually my yoga mentor back when I first started teaching yoga, so it's a really wonderful full circle moment having her here. Also wanted to thank Susan, who's been my assistant and my mentee during this whole season. I couldn't have done it without you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I wanted to give a huge thanks to Jonathan and Matt and Illuminate and all the other partners that we've had here this season. Couldn't have done it without them. So a huge thank you. And all of you, I couldn't have done this without all of you guys. So give yourself a huge congratulations for showing up. Really appreciate it. We have QR codes up here at the front, as well as a jar of cash for cash donations. Would really appreciate that. And if you wouldn't mind staying after class, we have a fun couple things to do. We would love to take a team picture, so if you could just come up here really quick, get that done while we let the guys set up here. We're gonna have some live music after class. There's some beverages in the back, and some food trucks. So stay after. As always, if you want to chat about anything, come up here to the front. I hope to see you all again. Thank you so much for coming up here today.